Welcome to After the Final Bell, a podcast about what happens when an adrenaline-fueled career comes to an end and real life begins. Hosted by UFC striking coach Mike Gonzales and YouTube bounty hunter Trevor O'Connor.
It's not just about fights anymore. It's about what happens when the gloves come off.
And the real adventure begins.
Join Mike and Trevor as they chat about the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Life after the final bell isn't always easy, but it's always interesting. This is After the Final Bell.
And I just caught the angle and came around, past guard, side control, and I was like feeling off, and then he just went, and I went,
yeah, kicked out of the pin.
Okay.
People ask me right now, how big are you now then? And I'm like, dude, I weigh like 212, 215 maybe.
Yeah.
But they're like, well, what are you training for? I'm like, life. Like, you just never know what's coming my way. I don't care how strong I am. I lift for a certain purpose. It's to be effective at all times.
And that,
I don't care what's
isn't
going
it weird how that shift happens where it goes from
100%.
I'm lifting to be the biggest guy in the gym to I'm lifting to be an effective human when necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully not,
Or
if necessary.
It's crazy how just the thing that you love and the thing that you love to train is the thing that takes so many pieces away from you at the same time.
I'll tell you in reverse, now going back to it, it's what's putting my brain back together.
There's anything in real life that's as close to a movie as possible.
That's it.
You don't, the first rule of King of the Streets is you don't talk about King of the Streets.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's there, but it's not really there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Click the join button now to become a member and gain access to all the behind-the-scenes footage, including our hilarious outtakes. Join us weekly for our members-only live podcast, but only when you click that join button.
And then you see King of the Streets.
Absolutely no rules.
There's not a cage per se. There's not. There's no mat on the floor.
It's
Usually cement.
We're okay with that.
When I saw you headbutt him, and then the back of his head headbutt that cinder block, I was like, oh,
I split.
that could be murderous.
I split him.
What's up, guys? I'm Trevor O'Connor,
I'm Mike Gonzales.
and this is After the Final Bell, a podcast about what happens when an adrenaline-fueled career comes to an end,
And real life begins.
or in some cases, you just
Keep going.
restart it.
Restart it. That
A little break. And
Small
go again.
pause.
Pause.
Well, no, we're gonna call it a pause. Hit pause.
We have a special guest today, an old friend, Mr. Jason the Dragon Lee. The Dragon. It stuck forever.
It did. It did.
Who gave you that name?
Cody Donovan.
Oh, really?
Go. Yep. I had my first fight with Sebastian White, and when I knocked him out, I kind of lost my cool for a couple seconds, got excited.
Not you.
And he said, "You look just like a dragon." And it stuck.
All right.
You know? Now all these
But it
new
goes
guys.
together good.
Yeah.
Jason the
It
Dragon.
flows.
Lee. Yeah, it flows. It's not like a weird name, and then it's like, well,
I went through Tapology
Mm-hmm.
just because I was curious. I mean, we've known each other
A long time.
probably since about your first fight.
Probably.
Which there are kids that are graduating high school between then and now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, very long time.
But you fought the who's who in this whole region.
Yep.
for sure.
Yeah,
fought- you
I was
fought
the guy
Gilbert?
I did fight Gilbert.
You fought
Bohan.
Bohan, yeah, early on.
Fought
You fought Vern. You fought
Chris Holland.
Chris Holland.
Todd Meredith.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a real
Yeah.
good one. Good buddy of mine to this day. Shout out to Todd Meredith.
Yeah.
Captain America.
Yeah.
No, was that Josh Cavane?
No, that's Superman, Josh
Oh,
Cavane.
that's right.
Superman,
Oh, I'm saying I'm getting lost. I didn't fight him. Thank goodness I wasn't in his weight class back then.
He was yoked.
He was yoked.
He's a big
Yeah,
dude.
he was big.
He
Definitely
fought
an
at 70,
athlete.
right?
I believe so, yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Good question.
Because he was like thick too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like you are now feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a lot of dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's still doing well, right? He's around doing well. Just
Yeah, I think he's done
doing some
fighting.
new
Yeah.
stuff.
I think he
yeah,
does
but
investment banking.
Is that what he does?
Good.
Yeah.
He was always a smart guy. I'm glad he went on to something
Well, and
else.
Yeah.
his wife does all right.
Yeah. Yeah. You go,
Absolutely. Yes. I forgot about
They're
that.
probably not struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else? Who was it? I'm trying to remember. Who did you fight?
Jeremy Kimble. We can't forget
Oh,
Jeremy
yeah.
Kimble.
That might
Adam
have-
Stroop.
Jeremy Kimble, I think, was the fight at Paramount on the stage.
He broke my leg in the first round. Yeah.
He broke your leg?
Yeah, I was standing and I didn't
Check.
know about checking kicks yet, and he broke my fibula. And I remember looking right at him and thinking, he has to know he just broke my leg. And I couldn't circle. I kept tapping my foot. But I think I lasted till the third round.
You
But
did.
he was
God
taking me
damn.
down, dude, and I just couldn't get up. I was done. He beat the will right out of me that night.
Yeah, I was sitting on the cage on the stage.
That was when you guys did the stage show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. At the Paramount Theater. Yeah, that was. I remember I was sitting up there and I was like, the whole time, and I got that kind of. Like, when you fight and and then you see something like that, you're like, oh, that's not good.
That's not
That's
good.
not good. That's not good at all. That's like when Kamosi
Broke that was at the Paramount show too, wasn't it?
broke that dude's arm. No, Kamosi was on a UFC fight against
Kamosi broke somebody's
Riggs.
leg at friggin' Paramount too.
Yeah, but Diesel Riggs.
Joe Riggs.
Remember
That's right.
He
I
went
remember.
to block and broke his both broke arms or both bones in his arm.
That was a tough guy back then, too.
Yeah.
Joe Riggs.
Yeah.
Jesus. Same thing happened to Brittany Elkin. Remember?
Yeah. She got put in an arm bar.
No, she got kicked and broke her arm.
Snapped it on a check.
Oh. Jeez. Yeah. I wanted to just not get kicked. Forget it. Just geez, no. Block, no. Let's get out of the way. This is not just kidding.
I'm moving.
Yeah.
I don't know the last time I moved from a leg kick. I just check. I'm a Dutch style kickboxer, so I stay there.
Do you know
and
my
enjoy
problem
it.
is
It's a hard way to make a living.
I'm a very heavy-footed wrestler, and you can ask Mike. I've never checked a kick in my life. I've turned into them a lot
100%. Yeah.
and just like stepped
Lean
in and
Yep.
like it's gonna hurt us both.
Yep. Yeah, no, I lean in. Always
Makes-
have.
that shit makes me cringe when people
Yeah.
because I'm just like, oh, don't break. You know,
Every time you watch me, you're like,
well, we went to watch Rose fight when she knocked out Whaley, and that's when Weidman broke his leg.
yeah.
And that the sound of that in a loud arena was one of the most nastiest sounds I've ever heard.
That's he
Broke, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just I was just like, so that shit just till this day just like, okay, it didn't break. All right,
Dude, I used to make Steel McCall so mad because I wouldn't check kicks. That one practice, he kicked my legs so hard and so many times that the bruise was a brick and you could move it up and down my thigh.
saw that blood in there.
I couldn't walk for like 2 days. And he was like, "Are you going to start checking kicks now?" And I was like, I mean,
Maybe.
probably not.
That's where people like Pat Barry made a big difference in my training career. Like,
Yeah, you learned to check a kick because he
well,
will kick your leg in half.
there was a lot of like older guys when I was coming up that were kind of bullies, but Pat was one of those, like, took me under his wing. Like when we'd be done sparring, he'd, AJ, come stand one-on-one with me. We'd go leg kick. I'd maybe get, I'd be able to take like 10. I might give him 50, but you start to deal with people like that and just the constant repetition of it. And then I started, you get that mind frame of, I can go fight anybody. I got Pat Barry standing across from me. And
Yeah, if Pat can kick you in the legs all day, then you can
Absolutely.
eat leg kicks.
But when I
Because
retired,
one of
that's
his
the,
legs is like 2 legs.
it's
I
an
held Tide
abnormally
pads
built
for him
man.
once.
Not
My
fun.
arms were hurt.
Yeah.
They were hurt. Like they had bruises
Through the pads.
Through the
yeah.
pads. I was like, this is ridiculous.
He WWE'd me off of him. We were grappling. And I just caught the angle and came around, pass guard, side control, and I was like feeling off. And then he just went, and I went, ew.
Yeah.
Kicked out of the pin.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that dude is yoked. He was so strong.
He is strong.
And even though he wasn't like shredded, he was like still.
Yeah.
Oh, he was a tank.
Yeah,
He
that
a
was tough.
Meat missile.
Yeah. He's
Anyway, we have Jason the Dragon Lee, and Jason
Yep.
was a regional MMA fighter here out of Colorado. Fought around the area, Ring of Fire, all the local promotions, a little bit of travel, and then Father Time caught up for a minute.
I retired from MMA, took like a year off, and that's when kickboxing was making its big resurgence. Glory was starting to become a big thing. Coach called and just said, hey, you got to come back and keep fighting. And I just told him at that point, there's no way I'm ever cutting weight again. So I was walking around at 215, 220 at that time and started kickboxing.
It's much easier to kickbox that weight
At natural.
than it is
100%.
to fight MMA at weight. It's
Yep. I'm glad that I got it all done early, the cutting weight and going through the misery. I tell people, like, it's part of the process. I didn't really enjoy it, but I got to enjoy fighting once I started kickboxing. And that's when I really, everything else paid off and it all kind of clicked and made sense.
I wish, even my short fight career, I wish that there was just a gentleman's agreement that we would all fight near where we walk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That would be so nice.
There was only like a couple of those times when I dealt with guys like Adam Stroop was one of them. Just
Weight bully.
my goodness,
He was a big-
once you
he's
got in
huge.
there and it
When he's like
wasn't a
6'2", right?
something like that.
I think he might even be taller.
Yeah,
I want to say he might
but
be
he's
6'3",
he is
but-
a big guy.
Yeah.
and abnormally hard and strong for that type of a build. But
He's got like that redneck feeling body.
100%,
Yeah.
very well said.
Yeah. He's
Yeah, like he doesn't look overly cute, but then you grab and you're like, oh,
Solid. Yeah.
hey,
Are you sure we weigh the same?
we're gonna keep this at distance for a while.
Yeah.
But then coming back to kickboxing was just natural for me. So
Yeah.
I think I did.
You fought
5
Steve Paprocki, right? Glory.
in Glory, yeah. But I had 5. I thought a couple times, once for Seth with Fight to Win. I fought a couple times for Sparta and then fought for Glory. So yeah, I went 5-0 though. It was good.
Yeah.
All by knockout except for my last one, my title fight. I had a broken foot.
Oh.
And so I went all 3 rounds. I did the best I could, but
Right, it's
you know,
hard to-
I took away a decision, but it
Okay.
was I didn't have fun. I was like,
That one wasn't fun.
I gotta gut this one out. But
Yeah, that's the worst. Fighting hurt is, and a lot of people don't understand, probably over 60, 70% of the time, when you see 2 fighters step in a cage or in a ring, at least one of them is hurt.
Yeah.
absolutely.
I mean, it's not like they're like peak performance coming into the cage, because that's what as a casual fan, your mindset is, oh, they've just been through a camp, they're in the best shape of their life, or they just like band-aided a camp together because they couldn't move one arm, their knee is swollen, they can't walk.
Well, you guys have been around long enough. You remember how we used to train. It was like a car accident 4 days a week, and you hope to survive the other 3 days and maybe heal up a little. You go back, do it again.
Usually we just got hit hard enough you didn't remember the previous 3 days, so you're just like,
Yeah.
must be sparring day.
How many times I got in my car after sparring outside of Grudge and I had the keys in my hand, looking at the ignition. I know I could figure this out. Like, and then on top of that, it
feel
was,
like I've
well,
done
how do
this
I get
before.
home again? Oh, that's right. Just get on the road. Your brain will take you home.
You just let it ride.
A lot of questionable sparring back then. You know, it was
That's back in like the Tease KO days over on 44th.
yeah.
It's like a gym wars.
Oh,
I remember showing up there my first time, and Cowboy Cerrone and Shane Carwin and all those guys were in there, and
Jardine.
I think I peed myself twice before I even went inside, and I was just a fly on the wall trying to disappear, and Trevor's getting everybody ready, and Cowboy yelled. They pumped up and cowboy style.
Oh, yeah.
He said, "Coach, I'm just here to kill Shane Carwin today. I'm only here to fight Shane Carwin." And I remember thinking, I do not belong in this place right now. I'm not ready for this. What are they doing to each other? And I sparred that day with Ian Berg. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
He beat me up for an hour straight. I don't think I landed a jab, but I was so happy to be there. And it was like the next step for everybody. You know, we all had to make that lineage walk, and that was part of my time. It was really
Well,
cool.
at least it was Ian, because Ian at least has compassion.
Oh, he dropped me. Go ahead, get up. Take your time.
We'll be all right.
We'll
Come
do
on.
it again.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of guys in that gym would have
Oh, anybody in that
They would have
room
followed you
back
to the
then
ground,
was-
smashed on you some more. Yeah, Ian's definitely probably one of the bigger hearted guys.
Yeah.
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 Ian's a nice guy.
Yeah. He was always nice. He helped me out a lot when I was a young guy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, so when I was coaching at Flatirons, he came in for a couple days just to like guest coach some striking classes.
Oh, nice.
And it was just so great to have him
Yeah.
in. And he was just like smiling from ear to ear because he'd been away for a little bit.
Yeah.
And he came in. It was a good time. And then I grappled with him a little bit, and he's still
Strong.
real strong.
You know, when the old guys go, you want to roll a little? You're like, I know this is going to be rough.
Yeah. He's just like,
Yeah.
it's like when your dad grabbed a hold of your arm and you're like, I'll just take grounded. I don't want to fight.
Yeah.
No, but that old, I mean, a lot of people don't realize the heritage of MMA that came out of Colorado and what's been around. Even guys that came here from other places because there's
Can I take you a step back?
Okay.
So when I first started, I was introduced to a guy, thank goodness, fresh out of prison and wanted to learn martial arts, needed to clear my whole other side of my life up. And somebody introduced me to Shane Pitts. Do you guys know Shane Pitts?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's
He's
like,
the first
he's like
guy.
an urban legend.
He's the original.
So I remember watching in our dojo. That was where I first met guys like Aaron Romero, Dwayne Ludwig, and all those guys. But we watched Dwayne Ludwig fight Genki Sudo. Do you remember when he did the Karate Kid?
crane kick.
We were in the gym watching on a little TV.
Yeah.
Long,
Yeah, that's
long,
old school.
long time ago. My
That's
son
like-
was
That's like
maybe
Pat Smith
one.
era.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Shane, yeah. I think
Yeah.
didn't Shane used to coach Pat for a while?
He cornered him at
In the
UFC,
UFC, like one or two,
or
yeah.
something. Yeah. Shane was like one of those. That was a scary,
And he
strange, very.
Well, I've never met him, but I've heard stories. I've never met him, but I think he even coached Nate Marquardt too, right?
He did. He was with us for a long time too. Yep. And then when I stepped away and I raised my son till he's about 5. And when I went back to it, I just remembered high altitude. You know, I knew about the Pitts Academy and I had heard that Nate bought it. So I walked in there and met Cody. And I had been bodybuilding, you know, so I was way too big and all that. And he's, how much do you weigh? And I remember I was like, I weigh like 240 pounds. And he's like, you know, you'll fight at 185. And I almost turned around and walked out because I had put all these years into looking
like, well,
buff
gotta
and
be
cool.
big, gotta be
I'm like,
big.
you mean to what? Okay. And it's exactly what he said would happen, just through the normal time and training and preparation.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, getting big is fun. And it, it looks cool. But as soon as you have to put that body in motion,
Yeah, no.
you find out you're like, I could probably shed a little here. I could shed a little, I could shrink, because I want to have enough oxygen to run the machine. And I need to be athletic enough to move with these guys. Because you at 240 is huge.
People ask me right now, how big are you now then? And I'm like, dude, I weigh like 212, 215 maybe.
Yeah.
But they're like, well, what are you training for? I'm like, life. Like, you just never know what's coming my way. I don't care how strong I am. I lift for a certain purpose. It's to be effective at all times.
And that,
I don't care what's
isn't
coming.
it weird how that shift happens where it goes from
100%.
I'm lifting to be the biggest guy in the gym to I'm lifting to be an effective human when necessary.
Hopefully not,
Or-
if necessary.
100%. It's like insurance, right? I do it in case.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like a sit up every day regardless.
If I told you guys what I do at my age, I think I'm addicted to it a little bit, but man, if that's what keeps me focused and clear,
Well,
I'm on it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Addiction's never a great thing, but when the addiction is at least becoming as healthy as you can, it's better than the alternative. I mean, we've all been down roads where different addictions could have taken us,
Oh, yeah.
all the way somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, I mean, it's insane how, like, you go from where you were and what you thought, and then if you could take that and then put your today brain into that body, you would be like,
Where I appreciate it now at my age is where I just had an event in the summertime, right? So I had a lot of new pictures come out at 46 years old. And when people came back and were like, man, we've seen your old fight videos. you look bigger and better now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because I'm training differently. I'm training smarter. I'm living smarter. I'm living healthier. Whereas when we're young, we may be great fighters, but we take a lot of it for granted. We'll go party, we'll go drinking, we'll go out and do whatever, and think, oh, it just comes back. Exactly.
I can still make sparring in the morning.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
One eye open, halfway doing it, but still can make it. So now,
No water in your brain.
at all. Why am I tired, Coach? All I did was wrap my hands.
Well, oh wow! All right.
So we talked not long ago because we're both older. I mean, Mike's catching us.
Yeah.
Where you at now, Mike? Where you at?
44.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm getting there.
You guys will get here soon.
Yeah.
Just relax.
We don't need to. You just-
Anyway,
I'll stay here. You go. You stay
you
over
just
there.
keep going.
Yeah.
it's like my wife, right? I was like, it's almost your birthday. How old are you this year? It's your story.
Yeah.
We can live it as
Just
long
tell
as
me
you
whatever
want.
you
Right? 40, 34, 44, it doesn't matter.
Whatever.
We're going with
We're
what you
good.
said.
So anyway, we ran into each other not long ago and just started shooting the shit again. And interestingly enough, we both kind of at the same time were talking about the difference in like in supplements that where people will do now. I mean, obviously, steroids were a huge thing back then, but used completely incorrectly. Now, as we get older, like you're 44, you're 46,
Seven now.
7. I'm somewhere around there.
Well, 56.
I was gonna say.
Give or take.
I went and got my test. I went and got my blood work done and got my test checked. And you and I was like, dude, I was like 100, 110 with no free flow testosterone. Where even a decade ago, unless you were like steroids and roided out big, there was this huge thing where you just, oh my God, that's terrible. And now, as soon as I have a friend that's late 30s getting into, I'm like, dude, go get your blood work done right now.
I do this exact same thing.
Go get your blood work done right now because you need to test it, especially if you've been a very high level active athlete for a long time. Your body doesn't produce like it used to.
Yeah.
And it was used to producing because it had to. And then when you're not the same level of athlete, it goes, oh, we don't need this
Anymore.
And you can't just like call it up and be like, hey, can we get a little of that back? Can we no. But I mean, there's so many things out there now. When we were talking, I use the gel, excuse me. So it's like one pump in each hand, goes on my shoulders, hits, maybe a little.
No, a little extra.
Just to make sure it's getting in the right area.
Just in case.
And you were curious about the gel, but you got your test done. You work with a doctor now to make sure that you're maintaining a healthy level of testosterone, not a crazy level. From 110, I'm usually running right now about 780, 810, somewhere right in there. And I feel amazing in comparison.
I try to tell people when I started this journey with testosterone supplementation, it was just to get my own head off my ass. I was like, take out the trash. It seemed like the hardest thing in the world to accomplish. What we got to do, the dishes, something as simple as that. So that's where I started my journey into research and doing all this. And then once I started taking it, I'm like, well, if I'm on this journey now and I'm going to put myself back up there with these young guys, let me fall back in love with the gym and my diet and my nutrition and just challenging myself athletically and physically. And I'm still walking the path. I still haven't hit the ceiling yet. So I'm like, okay, we'll figure out what's going to happen next.
Right.
Just keep going.
So mentally, how did the shift change from, there had to be a time when you were like, I'm definitely done fighting. My body's too beat. I can't move. My hands hurt.
Everything hurts.
My eyes suck. I don't know about you, but like trauma impact to my head my hearing is shit. My eyes, I can't see for one, but then I have there's spots out here where you just don't see things really anymore.
So what happened with me was my eyes are actually fine. It's my optical nerves that run that message to my brain, that's died. So they, you know, when I went to have all my eye testing and my neurosurgeon stuff and all of that, they give you like a colored graph. You know, you got your eyeball out here and it runs back. And he's like, yep, everything in green is dead. So I went in there thinking, like, if you can put a spaceship in outer space, you got to be able to give me a new set of eyeballs,
let's go on
right?
in here and get this done.
Well, let's get it back in there. And he said, well, no, it's back behind your eyes, and we don't have that technology yet. So even at 47 now, I live every day knowing in my heart that I'll be able to see again perfectly fine before I die. I haven't seen my daughter's face clearly since she was like 4.
Right.
That's the only reason I want to see.
Yeah.
I could give a shit about everything else.
Yeah,
I can accomplish stuff. Everything is hard, right?
Right.
But not going to stop today. I just want to be able to see my daughter.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's
no.
tough
So is
because
it like blurry? Is it
Everything's just really blurry. Like, I know that says Nike because I know, but I
Yeah.
can't read that.
oh,
I can't tell you what color eyes you have or you.
okay.
you can tell me how handsome
And
I am.
I always. That's
That doesn't go anywhere.
That hasn't changed.
how blind are you? Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Handsome.
See,
But-
and I don't have anywhere near that kind of, my eyes have they're just not good anymore. And as you get older, sight doesn't go well. And then, you know, trauma to your head doesn't
help.
So there's things that I know, like I know what's on that table over there because I put it all
Yeah.
there.
Mm-hmm.
So I can look around, like I know by the basic kind of color and shape what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
But what you don't want is about twilight or after me being in the left front side of a car.
Oh, really?
Oh.
See, I can see better at night.
Oh, I have
It's the weirdest
astigmatism on
thing.
top of it.
Yeah, I can see better in the dark.
No,
I don't know why.
my astigmatism
Mm-hmm. That's why.
on top of not being able to see.
Nah.
As soon as the lights come, I'm like, woohoo!
You and
Fireworks!
you and my wife have the exact same thing.
I can't see anything.
Yeah.
Like it's.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've all seen the pictures where the street lights look like
Yeah. yeah.
God's eye crosses
Mm-hmm.
and the headlight. That's how everything looks at night.
Yep.
And then if I don't because I've lived in Denver for a long, long time, I know where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
But as we get close to the streets I need, I'm like, ooh,
Mm-hmm.
ooh, somebody look out there.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think we turn here.
Mhm. I do the same thing.
That's why even from here to like the gym or here to, I turn on GPS for everything.
Me too. Yep.
Not because I don't know how to get there, but because I can't see that.
You just need to know where to go and turn. Yeah.
Like I know the turn's coming up and I can see the GPS screen. So I'm like, okay, it's definitely right up here. But I'm going to get LASIK.
When?
I'm scared.
Of what?
I don't want to be blind.
Aren't you blind though?
I mean, not fully.
I like it for myself. Like when people, I say, you know, I'm blind. They say, well, can't you get LASIK? Or why don't you wear glasses?
Yeah. Different kind of blind.
Do you know how,
dumbass.
like, if I ever want to headbutt somebody, that's that moment when I'm like, okay, listen here, stupid. Obviously, if I could fix it, I would. I don't want to wear hearing aids, but I wear those too for a reason, so I can
Yes.
hear.
Is it tinnitus and low end hearing loss from trauma? Hey, join the club.
It's weird that it's all to this left side. It's way worse than my right side. The deafness and all the damage I took up here. So.
See, I was so unskilled that it's pretty.
Where at? Just everywhere.
I will say that I didn't know about hearing aids. That was like my biggest thing when all of this blindness and everything else started to happen. The tinnitus was just so bad. I'm like, well, I know I can at least fix that. So I want hearing aids. What I didn't know is that the, you know, like neurotherapy or like brain games, wearing hearing aids actually helps to reconnect my neuropaths as well.
Oh, really?
So like I've had spats where I would, you know, I go in every 6 months and he can tell when I'm wearing my hearing aids or not when he hooks them into the computer system, how much I've been wearing them. So I'll get in trouble from my doctor and saying, listen, he's like, how am I going to help you if you're not wearing them? Because you're reconnecting things that it's helping your brain fill in those little gaps of hearing and small stuff like that, like wind in the trees, peeing at night for a guy, right? It's one of the loudest things you'll ever hear. And then you realize how deaf you really were. I'm like, oh.
So I have really bad tinnitus and low end hearing loss, pretty bad. I was telling Mike the other day, I found this audiologist in Broomfield and she invented some technology for hearing aids that corrects tinnitus. and they have to be tuned to your head.
Yep.
So for like when you go in demo them, they put like this necklace around because it's not tuned to your head.
Mm-hmm.
But I was telling Mike the other day, she put the necklace on and I was like, whatever. She put these hearing aids in. I heard a fly.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I hadn't heard a fly in 15 years.
It's that serious, Mike. It's wild. I could hear the air vent. I remember
Yes.
when the
What
air
did I
came
just
on,
say?
and I was like,
We were
I went
sitting
like
in the
this,
office.
and the guy goes, "It's the air vent down the hallway," and I was like,
I
"You better be
heard
kidding me, man!"
I heard the air conditioner kick on.
Yep.
And I heard like,
You
and, then
realize,
and I was like,
but how long has it been since you've heard that? That's the weird part, right?
yeah.
Or when they put it on and the tinnitus just
And that was it. Like it went from
done.
and you're like, why does everything make so much fucking noise in here?
It's
Absolutely.
not quiet.
Yeah. So my hearing is so bad right now. How bad is it? No.
Can you hear me?
Probably 60 to 70% of the conversations. If I can't see you talking to me,
You don't know.
guess what? I'm making it up as we go. And the conversation we had, maybe not the conversation that you had.
Right. Right.
Because I just do a lot of this. All right, cool. I'll talk to you soon.
Yep.
And then I just walk away.
Yeah.
Do
Because
you suffer from like you guys know Eric Adams? Muay Thai fighter.
Oh, yeah.
Eric Adams. I pulled up the other day to Nick's Garden to fill up my propane with my wife, standing outside the car waiting for the guy to fill it up. Somebody's walking towards me with his baby stroller and he's Jay Lee. I'm struggling so hard. I can't see you. You're at the end of my car. I'm like, sorry, bro, my eyes are real bad. She says, it's Eric. But then I can't hear him that good because he's too far away. So when he got close enough, and then I'm like, hey, man, how you been? You know, I must look like an ass, but I'm really not trying to be mean. I'm just
and that's the
trying to
truth,
gauge you.
though. Like I mean, I can't see you well enough to just know you from afar.
Yeah.
And then maybe my memory's not quite as good as it used to be. Like I know I probably know you by the way you came up to me, but I'm like,
I don't
boy,
remember.
I hope this puzzle starts building quick.
I'm like, I know I'm a nice guy. I have been for a long time, but man, I hope that's not the wrong guy today because he's going to get the jump on me right away. I got nothing.
Yeah. It's crazy how just the thing that you love and the thing that you love to train is the thing that takes so many pieces away from you at the same time.
I'll tell you in reverse, now going back to it, it's what's putting my brain back together.
Because technology has changed.
No, I'm talking about reteaching myself all the steps, how to do it again properly, how to fight, how to move my feet, how to teach everybody else to do it. All of those basics, it's like brain games for me.
Yeah.
That helps me connect it all. And people say, if you can't see that well, how can you still fight or coach other people? Well, if they're right there in front of me, I got that. We're awesome. If you go over there.
Anything outside of here is not dangerous.
Right. So if I can still make that work, I'm willing to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll put in the time. So
It's pretty amazing to me after your fight career, after everything that you've done, you know, after a very hard life, and then I would have completely accepted the fact that you were just done aging like the rest of us. And then I bump into you and you're in the best shape I've ever seen you in. And you're like, I'm getting ready to go fight. And I was like, you're what? I'm like, dude,
yeah.
have you had this checked? And you're like, no, I'm going to go. So if you guys don't know, we'll put, Kay Miller will put a flash of some video right here that shows the new and improved Jay Lee doing some work.
Yeah.
You've started a new fight career with King of the Streets.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Which, if there's anything in real life that's as close to a movie as possible,
That's
it's
it.
You don't. The first rule of King of the Streets is you don't talk about King of the Streets.
Yep. It's there, but it's not really there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
It's insane.
I thought, but when I first seen it, I thought it was fake. Not fake, but I thought it was somebody making a movie or a show or.
Right.
The more I seen it, I was like,
You thought it was one of my bounty hunting videos.
yeah,
Looks
I was like,
good, but
yeah, exactly. And I was like, this is not real.
yeah.
And the more I looked into it, I was like, this is wild.
So
Because I think he's the second dude from Colorado to do it. Because there's another guy that does it too.
It's my buddy Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah. And that's why I'm just like, this is crazy.
Yep. Yeah, so I started watching them on YouTube like you guys did, you know, and I watch all kind of fighting. You know, I'm just a study guy, right? I kind of watch it more like a math problem than we're just watching two guys or girls get into it. And I was like, man, if I was to ever do it again in my own head, this is what I would want to do. This is that. What else is there left? You know what I mean? Like to get ready to do it all again. Well, and so go ahead.
Just so people out there understand, there's like you have boxing, bigger gloves, no kicking. Then you have MMA, which all of you guys have seen. You know, small gloves, kicking, choking. Then the next incarnation was kind of bare knuckle. Which
still some rules,
still some rules there. There's a set, you know, there's some things that go on, but no gloves. And I think a lot of people, that's like the bar of barbarianism, where they're like, that is as far as it should go.
Yeah.
And then you see King of the Streets.
Absolutely no rules.
There's not a cage per se. There's not, there's no mat on the floor.
It's
usually cement. If you've ever seen a rodeo, they make the cage out of like the metal fence panels that you see at rodeos.
Yeah.
And give us the break. What is the rule set? What is, I mean, kind of give us what you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no rules, no time limit, and no rounds, no water, no corner, no nothing. So
you show up by yourself.
You can bring a cornerman with you. I went by myself, just part of how it kind of all fell out. But once I was there, I'm like, you know, I've been through a lot of stuff in my life.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not scared of stuff like that. So I was like, let's just go ahead and embrace it and see what happens.
Is it weight class?
Yeah.
Or relative
We
weight class?
agreed to a weight, which was, what was it? 100 kilos. So 220.
So not so much like we're doing a weight cut type thing. We're just gonna.
They didn't want. They were real adamant about that. Just don't cut weight. Like make sure you're at natural weight, and you know everybody's healthy. So yeah, I mean, I left Colorado about 217. By the time fight time came, probably the nerves and traveling and all that, I was like 205 and a half. And my opponent was all of 220.
Yeah.
He was a giant man. Yeah,
that was a lot of dudes.
Jeez.
Yeah, his name is Eric Maheda. I just want to give him a shout out as well. He's a friend of mine now. He lives in Glasgow, Scotland.
It's a lot easier to be friends after.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, I'm an old guy, right? And my thought process was, if he was cool, why wouldn't I help to motivate him, help him grow still? He's 30 years old. He's got a great boxing career. He fights for BKB as well.
Oh, okay. The other bare knuckle.
Yeah, so he's got a lot of experience and doing a lot of great things. He just happened to lose to an old dog that day, so he didn't. I told him, you didn't lose anything, dude. You're still out there doing your thing.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand is, like, maybe not when in your 50s, it's a much different game. But, you know, mid to late 40s, maybe you can't fight 5 times a year, but boy, you can still get it up a couple times a year and, you know, run with the young kids. And they don't understand old man tough.
It makes it easier not having that laying over your brain. Like, you know, my whole career, right? As a sanctioned athlete, you're always planning the next thing and planning the next thing. Now I'm living my life by just staying ready, staying healthy. And I know what fight shape's all about. I know what that feeling is. So as long as I'm in ballpark relativity, when they call, it's just, I'm a gladiator now, right? That's the way I look at it. I sit in the you know, the basement of this place and I hear it all. And when they call my name, it's just time to go.
So how did you reach out to them? Did they reach out to you? Like, how does that, I mean, as much as you can give, like, how did that process start?
It's a lot of it just, you know, searching them out, right? Like I know Leo, you know, and I knew I'd seen him on the internet as well. And kind of that weird story how, like, you know, you're watching fights and I hadn't seen Leo since Grudge. So it'd been 10, 12, 15 years or whatever. And within 3 weeks, I saw him at the same Vasa that I work out at. He walked by me and I'm like, I just seen this guy on the internet, haven't seen him in this long, so everything kind of
the
happens
universe
for a
was
reason,
leaning.
right? And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
there's no way. So I walk over, hey, remember me? Whatever. We have a short chat, and I say, is this for real? Like, well, I just saw you, and it's for real. What can you tell me? And he was by the code. You got to go search it out on your own, man. If you can find them,
He said,
I was like, okay.
don't you know the first rule?
It was pretty much just like that. He told me just enough to like tickle me a little bit, get me excited. But I was like, oh, it is real and it's legit.
He let you know the information is out there.
And then he's like, good luck. So I started my own journey and ran into him a couple other times. And he asked how things were going. And it started with the contact. They responded. You send them information about your record and some videos and stuff. And
so they legitly look you up to like, because I feel like it's hard to get people into an MMA fight
Well,
because they're always pulling out.
You got to
first level
figure
on that.
all of these guys are misfit street fighters. Like
Yeah,
these guys might fight for organizations, but a lot of these guys don't have topology, or you can't go find other videos of them chewing
just
on,
fight.
chewing on other people and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just show up and hope for the best.
Dang.
And talking with my opponent post fight now, I was like, what did they tell you about me? And he just said, man, they just told me that you are extremely talented. You might be older, but you weren't a guy to mess around with. And I was like, okay. So they kept it cool across board.
Right.
They weren't trying to share trade secrets or
Right.
anything. And professionally, now that it's all done, they were awesome.
Oh, really?
They were awesome to deal with, dude. Yeah. I mean, looking at like all the regular promotions I've worked with, some I like, some I can't stand, right? But these guys were straight across board. They were about their business. Definitely an air of don't fuck around and find out over there.
Yeah.
But once they met me and they saw that I was just a guy, I knew I was there to do a job, and I obviously got a little bit of hood about me in the past. I'm a tough guy, and they were like, you'll be good to go. And they were very accommodating while I was there.
Well, you're
Nice.
definitely the look
Nice.
for that promotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going to break things all the way down, you don't want a Josh Cavan
Right. Would look out of place.
because he's a pretty guy. Like he's a good looking guy. He's got some scars now, but he doesn't have a throat tattoo. He doesn't have his hands aren't tatted. If Josh tries to go over there, he probably doesn't even get a return call.
Right.
Whereas you send him over this, the new looking Jay Lee, and they're like, I think this guy might fit the mold
Of what we're doing here.
because when I hear King of the Streets, I think of exactly like backroom roadhouse fighters, guys that maybe got kicked out of some organizations or just don't
I feel like I'm showing up at the airport and they're like, we said we're going to be over here, but we're going to be over here. So let's fight over here. All right. That's what I'm picturing.
Like you get off the airplane, you get on a bus, there's no windows.
Where are you going? I don't know.
Well, it was a lot like that, though.
Really?
You
Cloak and
don't
dagger?
know who your driver is. They just message you, tell you to be outside your hotel at a certain time. So the first time they picked me up was for like promo shoot, so it was after that I was there for a day, and they had flown me out early, thank God. So they were accommodating with that stuff as well. A lot of the other people came from the UK, so they came later. I told them I need a little extra time just because of the long travel. They were accommodating. But yeah, they messaged me, said be outside the hotel in like 5 minutes. Met a couple guys out there that were ready to do the promo shoot and drove me to an undisclosed location and did some stuff in a parking garage, which was real cool.
That's when you guys did that face off, right? Is that
That was just a promo. They just used clips from this promo shoot. I actually had like a jumpsuit on. I had this jacket and a pair of pants on and stuff. So this is actually their brand.
Okay.
So King of the Streets is branded by Ascari. That's all we were allowed to wear. When fighting was like either their shirts or shorts and stuff like that. So yeah, did the promo stuff and then dropped me back out. Just said they'd reach out to me the next day for the face off. And same thing. Random driver picks you up. You don't know where you're going. You just get in the car. When you pulled up to the location, they're like,
you're not in America, so you don't even know.
it doesn't matter regardless, right? You could have drove me 4 blocks that way. And I'd have been like, oh shit, where am I?
Yeah, you're not clocking it.
No. So yeah, do the face off first night, just similar to sanctioned organization, and the only thing I think that was different about my experience when I was there was, they don't usually they'll do the weigh-in, but you won't get to see the location for the actual fight. So you're kind of left in the dark still. When we showed up for our weigh-ins, they already had the cage set up in this facility where we were.
So you had an idea.
And so I walked in like, Okay, that's
You're
one
like
less thing I got to deal with thinking about.
I can
and
do this math.
It's right there. So yeah, we do the face-off stuff, and then the next day they bring you back out, and it's no bullshit. You're ready to go.
So what was more was that more nerve-wracking than the actual fight? Because, you're going to get into a fight with somebody. It's like, that's already nerve-wracking. But the idea of like, you're not really knowing who the driver is or where you're going. Was that more nerve-wracking?
Or what the result will be. If there's money, all heavy money against you, and you're in, an Eastern Bloc country.
Yeah.
I feel like,
that would be my big worry.
You guys have had fights, man. Like when you first start, right? Maybe you go to the ground right away and everything kind of gets quiet because you're the guy on top and you're like, nobody's cheering right now.
Okay.
Until I started landing quality punches from the top, and then they were, oh, and I could hear it. Oh, they were like, oh, there's Americans about this. So then the support was there by the end of the fight. So, but I'm going to say I'm like one of the first Americans to ever land headbutts legally from the guard. And that's how I finished my fight.
Wow. Jeez.
Yeah, he was trying to dig in my eyes.
Yeah, his whole hands in your face. His hands were in your mouth at one point.
Yeah, he was trying to rip my bottom lip off. And then the first 30 seconds when we clinched up there, he was trying to bite my left ear off. And
oh, dang.
Yeah, it got pretty crazy real quick. And then we went to the ground, and I ended up on bottom because I was thinking about him trying to bite my ear off. I just lost focus of where my feet were, and we went to the ground. But jiu-jitsu saved me shortly after. I was able to just manifest a sweep real quick and just stayed patient. And once I ended up on top, it was kind of one of those American wrestling, American jiu-jitsu. I'm like, we ain't getting up from here, dog, unless this is over. I'll die right here. So.
Now, I couldn't tell from the video because of the angle, but the cage, the leg of the cage is here. There's a cinder block that's holding the leg of the cage down.
It's like a construction site. One of those cinder blocks with like 8 holes in it. You can put the cage anywhere you want. That's exactly what was holding it together.
Oh.
Now, did he accidentally bump his head?
I saw it. I saw the ending. When I was heading in his chest and I was looking right past him, I could see that cinder block, and I watched him kept slipping back. And I knew once that cinder block was there, it would be my time to rear up and use the head instead of overhands or any of the normal stuff we're trained, right? I wasn't thinking about biting or eye gouging. I was just like, I'm going to go and fight bare knuckle. That's all I thought. I learned extremely quickly that no rules fighting is a lot different.
I can't even imagine.
But the way I was able to...
we've all been in street fights, but even most street fights, there's kind of an agreement on there's things that you don't do.
For the most part.
Mm-hmm. The only time I've ever seen a fight close to this, I did time in prison when I was younger. We all know I've done a couple years, and that was about the only time I've ever seen a fight that was similar to these type of fights.
Like fight for your life fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like nobody's, somebody's supposed to die here.
Right.
And they were okay with that.
When I saw you headbutt him and then the back of his head headbutt that cinder block, I was like, oh, that could be murderous.
I split him somewhere here. I filleted him right open from the headbutts, but I landed a couple good ones, and any smart man would try to get his head off the concrete or the turnbuckle, and I just put his head right back there and landed a couple really, really good ones. And because he'd been fighting dirty, which I was just new to, I took my right thumb and I just implanted that deep into his eye until he quit. And then he tapped, and they stopped the fight immediately. The refereeing was real good for, they weren't
they want to save lives.
They're not absolutely. So, it's extremely intense, extremely high paced.
Why you in?
Huh? No, fuck no.
I'm trying to get Mike a fight.
No.
We're going to get you a face tattoo.
No, I'm in for watching. Who's going me?
You'll work him out at the hotel.
But man,
we'll get some pad sessions in, whatever you need.
So there's no fans either, right?
They do a select invite group, which was pretty wild, man.
You gotta know somebody.
It's like 50 people maybe, but they had like a DJ booth and a lot of music.
How many dollars do you think are waged right inside that building?
Oh my!
Can you imagine?
I honestly wanted to know. That was the one thing I was like,
you wanted your cut.
Somebody. I was going to have somebody call and make a bet. 100%. Put it on me.
If we know how to, I'll make the bet.
Yeah, dang.
Yeah. I lose money on UFC fights all the time.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's wild.
Do you worry, because you, like me, have a lot of scar tissue?
Mm-hmm.
Do you worry about just opening up early?
Nah, I bled so much.
Because
I think I bled more from gloves.
You,
It's
like
just
me,
weird.
like around both of our eyes are not they've been chewed up.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like, if one of my little 18-month-old grandbabies rears back, I'm like bleeding for 2 hours. I'm like, God dang it.
Yep. No, it's a different style too.
Yeah.
Like, the hands up, guard tight. It's different. Bare knuckle, that's just different, period. But for the no rule street fight,
It's no rule. Like kicks,
bite,
kick to the groin.
absolutely.
So it's just a street. It's like a street fight.
100%.
No rules.
Yeah. Yeah, just no weapons and 100%. Oh yeah.
Give them the tug and twist.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah, there was a girl
I'd be so
fight.
shrunk up anyway.
Good
They
luck.
sucked inside. You're not
Good
going to
luck.
hold it. Oh, I can't even. Girls too.
Yeah,
The girl fight, I was the third fight of the day, and I think the girls were right after me. So they were the fourth fight. And I didn't watch any of the other fights. I'm not going to lie. Like, I just stayed in my little corner and I kept to myself because I was all by myself. And everybody else there, I will say, like all the other fighters, the other coaches' corners were coming up. Very cool. You by yourself? You need anything? Like, respect, man. They were looking at me like, you're fucking crazy, but you need anything from us, we're here to help you out.
You know they're going to take one of your kidneys, right?
Yeah, 100%, But the girls that fought right after me, they were like legitimately taking mouthpieces out and biting each other and then putting them back in and keep fighting. They were stuck in like jujitsu positions. Like one girl had the other girl in a triangle that wasn't quite secured. The other girl was pulling her mouthpiece out, biting the other girl, and then hitting her, and then putting the mouthpiece back in, and kept going. She bit the girl right in the face.
Could you imagine getting the inside of your thigh bit though?
Oh,
Their fight went for like 13 minutes.
Oh God!
with no break.
No break. And biting and punch. I mean, it was.
Dude, honestly, Mike. Honestly, if there was a street fight right now, how long do you think you could
Get to safety.
How long does it take to get to safety?
I'm not trying to fight with
like
anybody.
a full-fledged street
Well,
fight?
because that shit, like, and that's what some people don't understand. They're like, oh, they think fighters like to fight all the time. It's like, no, that shit hurts.
It hurts your
You know what I mean?
hands.
Winning
it
hurts,
your
losing
face.
hurts.
It just it hurts. You don't understand what you feel like after everything calms down.
But
it sucks.
No time limit, no rules.
Yeah, that's
just someone closed the door and said, "We're gonna fight."
Oh, that's
old school, like with your dad, where you're like, "You want to find out if you're a man?"
He comes in, closes that door behind him. You're like, oh, this is
gonna
gonna
hurt.
be bad.
Yeah.
that's that's wild. I mean, I watch clips and stuff. Like
I'm, here's the thing. I'm all
that's how
about.
I seen Leo on there because I was just came across it, and I just I was like, this can't be real. And then the more I look into it, I'm like, oh,
we
this
would tell
is for real.
We would tell you guys where to find it, but you have to find it.
Yeah, look, it's not hard. Well,
Not too hard to find now.
No.
But and in learning about like this company, now I've been contacted by so many other companies that do the exact same stuff. Sometimes there's like the pancreas rules. Sometimes there's like a Vale-Tudo rules where there's no eye gouging, no ball stuff, but you can do anything else.
See, I would be way more willing to think about a fight like that if I knew you couldn't pull one of my eyeballs out.
That's
Like, there's some things that I just want to go home with. My balls,
eyeballs.
most of my face. I mean, you could break my hand. I don't care. They've been broken a million times. You could break, but
that's the.
there's some things like.
So
hey,
is there
I
like
don't even own my wiener. It's not even mine.
It's borrowed or what?
It's hers. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I mean,
You gotta ask her.
It's in the agreement.
But is there like a? So you got like I kind of do it like this, right?
Okay.
UFC is the top dog for MMA. BKFC is the top dog for bare knuckle. Is that how it is for that? Is the King of the Streets like the top dog, and then you got the other smaller?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, like the other, I'd seen a couple before I went, and talking with some of the guys that work for the company. What about this other company or that one hit me up, and they're like, they're not haters. What it kind of reminds me a lot of, because you guys been around. I'll put it this way: remember when Tap Out first came?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
UFC, right? Tap Out.
Yeah.
This is like their tap out.
Okay.
Right? They're just creating this like different kind of a vibe, and then they'll see where it all rests. But when I asked them about those other companies, they said, we're not telling you not to go there, right? You could do whatever you want. But now that you fought for us, they're going to try to set you up for a losing situation, or a dangerous situation.
They want to make sure anything from our organization
they can
looks
say,
bad
"Oh, we
on theirs.
beat a KOTS guy," blah blah blah. So there's in their own underground world, it's kind of the same game, but they just play it differently.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so there is
It's a movie, huh?
a lot of it out there that I did not know about. A lot. It's right here in the U.S.
Is it really?
You and I and him could take a flight and be there in 4 hours and go watch it. Like I did not know that it was real.
A 4-hour flight is Miami. Just so
It's close.
you know.
It's closer than that. It's closer than that. It's wild to me though. But yeah, I choose to not mess with any of that other stuff. Like if I'm going to do it, if they're going to call me, so I'll say this out loud. We're all older guys. When I embarked on this, I told my wife, I said, I won't talk to you when you get home tonight. Now, as you guys probably understand, how do you sit down with your wife in your living room in a perfectly beautiful home and put King of the Streets fight on your television and then say, babe, this is what I want to do?
Well, the only reason we can do that is because we married women that know who we are.
Yeah.
And they're not surprised by us.
That's
like sometimes they
part.
go, are you an idiot? And you go, yes, but let's get past that.
Right.
You already knew that.
Right.
You already knew that.
So
Let's work on the semantics.
There's a maybe here. Right? That's all I
Didn't
need.
say no.
But yeah, so we watched, it might even been Leo's fight. I don't know. I just pulled up one of them, threw it on, and I'm sitting on this end of the couch and she's on that end. And I'm just hoping she's seeing the best parts of this. And it got over and she looked across and she said, so is this what you want to do? And I said, I don't even know why. I said, but this is what's going to make my heart whole again. I said, I know this is what I have to put myself through to come back. She said, okay, as long as you do it the right way, I'm 100% behind you. And, as an older fighter now, not ever having that as a younger fighter, the home and the family support, just like your whole world being in the right place, I couldn't have came back at a better time. Like I wasn't nervous being there by myself in a foreign country about to fight an unknown man in a cage. I was just like, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Everything turned out perfectly.
See, I was very lucky because my fight career happened right in that same time frame. I fought after 40, married to a woman who gets me 100%. She, like, I worked while I trained, but she was like, you need to focus on training. We'll figure all the financial stuff out. If you're going to do this, you're going to do it 100%. And we'd be in the gym 2 and 3 times a day because I was playing catch up for one with everybody else. And for two, when you have that support system, you don't want to let the support system down. So you're like, I am going to maximize every minute that I have to make sure that I'm ensuring.
Some fighters don't understand that because that's one of my biggest advices to young fighters when they're like, man, what do I need to do? I said, make sure your home life is good.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's one of the more like
that
everything else is fine.
The most important thing.
It's everything else I'll figure out.
Oh, all the chaos is fine.
You know what I mean? But if you're
when you walk into the house, it better be a sanctuary.
Yeah. If you get your home life in order, you'll be just fine getting in that cage.
That is so well said, dude. Looking back at it all now, that's really all that ever mattered, right? And we focused on fixing everything else.
Yeah.
But that one thing that made the biggest difference.
Yeah, when you can walk in, no matter how great of a training session or how terrible of a training session, and walk into your house, and your house is your sanctuary. It is, and the people in your house are stewards of your sanctuary and making sure that you're good.
You know what I heard this fight camp that I'd never heard before in 20 years of doing this? I'm proud of you. Going out for the run, right? Sneakers on, just paired, bathing, swim trunks, no shirt, leaving. Don't want to go do this, but you got to, right? I'd hear off my porch, proud of you, babe. Dude, I could have ran a fucking 100 miles after that. Like, she's proud of me. Oh man, this guy's gonna die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was the biggest difference this time. Or seeing my young daughter's face.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. And I'll tell this story again. I've told it a couple times, but like being in there in that moment, head in his chest, and the reality, it's a real story. you don't want to fucking be there. There's a moment where you're like, what the fuck am I doing here?
We've all had that
What
exact
have I
same
done?
moment.
I've had it in every fight, winning or losing. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. What are we doing? But I always end up back there, right?
Yeah.
I signed up to get this.
I had that moment, and I just remember thinking momentarily, there's not a fucking chance you're going to quit right now and go home and tell your daughter just that. I quit. Everything I'm doing with my daughter right now at 10 years old is about not quitting.
And even
Push
if you,
to that next
even
minute.
if you lie to your daughter and say he was the better man today, inside you're like,
I would never have been the same. I couldn't
quit,
have done it.
and I can't even look you in the face and tell you what really happened.
Yeah.
But I tell that with a lot of these young fighters. I say there's going to be that moment, and not just in every fight, but in every moment, every serious thing you do in life. There's going to be that what the fuck am I doing moment where you want to quit. But what I found out in my experience is that if you just push, whether it's 5 more seconds, 2 more punches, get past that hump, I promise you only glory awaits on the other side. Because if you quit right at that moment, you will never know
And
what's
you'll never
just on the other side.
You will give yourself permission to quit
More.
for the rest of your life. You'll get to that same point and you'll be like, oh, this is where I know it's okay to quit. Instead of, I know I was here before and I didn't quit, and I loved how it felt right after that.
So, like, not just for me, but for my students, right? For older men, guys our age, right? That can hear that inspirational story. I'm not telling anybody to go get into a cage, but I'm like, my whole thing coming back from all of this now is like, well, what do I do with this little bit of time, right? I try to inspire other people.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
Man,
it's not
these,
like
these
the windows.
30-year-old guys now are starting on that. They're 30. I'm like, now I'm starting to think, I've lived 17 years. I was already partying when you were born.
Right.
No, dude, you can do it. Trust me. If I'm still out here doing it and I've been rode hard, put away wet plenty of times, you can still do it.
I was already broke.
Absolutely.
That's the best part when you see these young guys and they're acting like it's really hard now. And you're like, let me just take you back. Okay. We're going to go back in time and we're going to train for a week how I trained when I was your age with the guys that I trained when I was your age. And then tomorrow when you wake up, you're going to go, oh, I can definitely do this because technology's better, training's better. I mean, there's not a training session out there that you just can't get through. Not like before, not like every round was a 100% sparring round and you were concussed 12 minutes ago.
Right.
And now, you know, there's rounds where someone should have went, hey, you're done. We need you to go over there. Now, like you see guys get pieced up for 45 seconds because they weren't in control of the round. And they're like, well, I got to go. This is not. And I'm like,
yeah.
what are you talking? Dude, you didn't even have a bad 3 minutes.
Nope.
You had a bad 20 seconds.
Slow down.
Easy. Easy.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang. So it's that king of the streets.
I don't even know, dude. I don't know.
I'm not doing it. I'm watching.
How much?
Oh, $1 million.
How much?
$1 million.
$1 million?
Yeah.
$1 million get you in there?
Yeah, because I could come home, buy my house, and be content. But no, I'd have on the plane. I could actually just turn around and hit this gate again and go back home. Once I get there,
You'd be like, nah.
No, like.
See,
it was like the rabbit hole. I just needed to know what was down the other side.
If I could even have me at 45 back, I would be like,
because that's technically UFC 1. There was no rules into it. UFC 1. There was eye gouge. There was all that stuff.
I thought it was no eye gouge, no groin strikes.
No, there was.
Oh no, they were
strikes.
punching in the crotch when they used to have the.
They were the boxing.
Yeah. Yep, and they were
that's
straight
crotch
that's
shots. Kind of technically what that is. But still, man.
I remember, like, before we left, I was talking with my wife about it, and we looked, or I asked Google what the Vale Tudo rule set was, because I was explaining to my wife. I said, well, back in my young day, Vale Tudo was like this Brazilian bare knuckle, and we all thought it was the most savage thing.
Yeah.
So he asked Google, what was the rule set of Vale Tudo? And it sounds like a sissy camp in comparison to going to King of the Streets, because there's like, no eye gouging, no ball shots, no biting. That just those 3 alone is.
Did you bite me? And I will do everything I can to kill you.
Yeah, I mean,
I
there
hate
used to be
getting
there used to be a website for MMA fighters a long time ago when I first started, and you'd pull somebody's name up, right? Whoever, Jason Lee, and it would say the rule set he would fight under. So you would,
you put in, I'll do this, I'll do this.
I'll do MMA, or I'll do that. Back it was like NHB, or I'll do pancreation. Some people's were like any rules, no rules, whatever. Like there was, I can't remember what the website was, but yeah, there was a website like that.
What was Masvidal's, you think?
Probably the same thing.
I just got contacted by, there's a pancreas organization in Japan right now that's seniors. Like they just had a guy that was 49, fought a guy that was 47.
Oh,
but they're still doing Japanese pancreation
That's
fighting
so young.
at that age. And I'm like, they asked me if I was interested. I'm interested in all of the senior fights now. I mean, I'll fight young guys. Of course, I'll fight older guys.
And especially if the cheddar's right.
but the thing is like Japan would be pretty dope though to go fight.
Yeah.
Because that's.
Yeah, you're probably not going to get murdered and put in a suitcase in Japan.
I don't know.
Not as much as you are in like Eastern Bloc countries. Are you kidding me? I think you're way more apt to disappear.
See, but when we all were young and I was coming through that shoot in that time, I never wanted to be in the UFC. It was never my passion. I always wanted to fight for pride. So I was always more of that, like, I want to soccer kick this guy right in the head. I want to jump on his skull.
Yeah.
I was always
soccer
that
kicks.
style. But I also came from a street fighting background and then learned. So when all of my teammates were on that UFC shot, I was like,
You're like,
but
have you
that's
guys
when
looked
pride
slightly
was
to the
starting to
left?
go to the Yakuza and whatever. Just actually watched a really good program about that the other day, about how that whole organization fell apart. Super sad story.
Yeah.
But that was always my goal.
Organized crime's a hell of a
was
drug.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. That's a.
I don't even know how do you like. You have to have like billionaire dollars to secure an organization. Like if you're going to do that here in America, let's say,
Oh, yeah.
you got to have. I mean, you got to have like idiot money to lock it down to be invisible, be able to pay. I mean, because you're not selling tickets.
Well, I think in
You gotta
America
be-
it could never be done that well because we all talk too much.
We're too dumb.
You know what I mean?
100%. That's exactly what I said.
Like
Yep.
we just talk too much.
Yeah, I would be like sitting
wanna
on
go?
my own podcast talking, hey guys, I got tickets.
Hey, I got tickets to this fight. right there does this do not say nothing. Oh, oops. Like,
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna have Kay Miller put the website right here at the bottom of the screen. If you click on the QR code, it'll tell you the
like,
location.
we could never do something like that.
Well, I'm just trying to think
to that
right.
here,
I'm
because
just
we
trying to
just
think
talk too much.
financially though. It has to make financial sense for the fighters. It has to draw viewership from something that you can't really promote in any way. There's no gate.
Or you just
It's
need a
coming back
storefront
to you.
business to say I'm doing this.
Like there's the ROI is terrible unless you're also the sports book.
Yeah.
That's the only way that
There has to be
That's the
another
only way
side
that
to
it can work. You have to also be the sports book for your own event
Yeah. It's
and set
that's a-
your own lines. Because if there's no gate, and I mean, I love you to death, and I've known you a long time. You're not showing up for $2,500.
I would have shown up for nothing is exactly what I told everybody. Everybody wanted to know how much I made, and I said, I'll just tell you, I would have done it for nothing.
Right, but
Right.
at the end of
Understood
the day,
completely, yes.
you have to go home to your wife. You have to go home to your young daughter. You have to be able to call your son and say, I made this choice
Yeah.
and it was worth it. Not,
Right.
I mean, Vision Quest is fun. You know, the Vision Quest is an awesome thing. All of us have had that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But when you have to separate yourself from everything else you do in life to focus on this one thing.
Which I may not have came back from, and I was,
Right.
you know, it's like,
And then,
I could come back a different person. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
possibly.
so it has to be like, you have to be able to weigh that in your head and go, babe, yes, I understand, but trust me, and it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It has to be that situation. So how do you I mean, like I said, you have to have just fucking idiot money.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be
plus
that
it's
United
well,
Arab Emirates.
We'll talk. We can talk more off.
Yeah,
Fine, but it makes a little more sense. You know what I mean? As far as all that other side of it goes, for sure, for sure. But I was saying, like with the company, with my wife saying I could do it. That's where I was getting back to. She said it was fine, and she said, "Well, you know, what's your end game here, right? You got to have a goal with the wife." And I said, I'm only going to come back until I'm 48. I was about to be 47.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm going to give it a year. So if they call me 5 times, I'm going to go back 5 times. Or if they call me once, I go once. So
as long as I'm physically able to move.
Well, the way that their rule set works is rule set, right? If you don't win, you don't come back.
Oh, you don't even get a second invite.
Yeah. So like our buddy Leo went and fought his first time, did really well. Went back his second time, fought, didn't do so well. He probably won't go back. Unless it's a very
so he'll pick
weird
up one
scenario.
of those other organizations and
Right. Like my guy as well, similar thing.
take less money to go and build a name
so
again.
If you lose, you're out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there were like, it's kind of like bare knuckle. You know, you're not going to have a long career. So they're like, if this guy's winning, he's doing something. You know, and they try to keep you on that positive. Yeah. There was a kid that I met over there. He was part of their hype crew, which they just flew him in to watch. But he was a fighter. He wasn't fighting on the same event I was. And I actually just watched a documentary about him and his wife. His name's Liam Thompson. Mm-hmm. And he's a bare knuckle fighter from England and lives in Sweden, whatever. But one of the nicest, coolest cats I had met. And I was just, in talking with him, what I realized is it's a misfit group. Yeah. Does that make sense? Like all the cool kids are in the UFC or in their big organization, but the misfit guys with all the neck tattoos and have had a really weird time of it because we were all there together and everybody was so cool, but they're all misfits. You knew it, you know?
Like even some top UFC fighters wouldn't do well there.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like it's a different, whole different game.
Yeah.
It's a whole different game.
I mean, for a large percentage of what goes on, MMA is still my turn, your turn, my turn, your turn. Yeah. It's back in.
It's a rule set.
With this, you're not like if it's not my turn, my turn, my turn.
Then I don't want to do it.
Well, you know, as a longtime coach, think about just a round, whether it's 3 minutes or 5 minutes. At least you have a meeting with your guy or your girl for that couple seconds.
Right, I can
game plan,
refocus.
have a little bit of this.
Breathe.
Now go. Okay, new game plan, second round. Right, and I said that's where. This made it so much more exciting to me because you don't have any room for correction. It's on the fly. So
I never listen to my corner anyway.
Jeez.
You know what? I'll be honest. You always hear your corner, right? Inadvertently over time. That was the one time that I was like, God damn, I wish I had somebody yelling.
If someone would just say something.
Because in watching my own replay, right, I'm picking myself apart. Oh, I could have done that. I could have done that.
Why did
if I'd have just had somebody saying, elbow here or, just small things, I wasn't taking into play because I'm not out there watching. But what do we say as coaches? Trust what your coach says because he can see something you can't, right? Yeah. Guys say, well, I didn't want to do it then.
I didn't trust Mike.
I try to do it. I just give ideas now because I don't really do the whole like, hey, I'm just saying, hey, you could throw the right hand if you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just give ideas.
You didn't say that when I was fighting.
No, I coach a little different now.
Yeah.
I do way
He
different.
said things like, hey, we've only been working on this for 6 months. Could you maybe try to throw
something
more than a one punch combination?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's how hard it is when you get in there.
Absolutely. No.
So what did your wife think when you came back? Did she watch your fight? Like what was her thoughts like after the fight?
Oh God, can you imagine? She was home.
Yeah, knowing it's fight day.
And you're waiting for that phone call one way or the other.
Yeah. So
no, just one. Hey, are you alive?
Right.
Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. Like
So where I was,
the anticipation of death is far worse than death. Like she's sitting there.
Yep. Yeah, it was my wife, my son, and my father were all that knew it was going to happen at some point during that day. But you figure I'm in Europe, so I don't even know how many. I think it was 8 hours ahead, 7 or 8 hours, something crazy. So then by the time I think I fought there and got back to my hotel by like 7 o'clock at night. Mm-hmm. So I fought in the afternoon. It was like between 4 and 6. So then I get back there, call, and she's having breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's all done. I'm good. Coming home. I'll see you tomorrow. And, so we got back to the hotel that night, relaxed. They picked me up at like 4 a.m, back to the hotel the next day. And 15 hours flying home between layovers and all that. Got to see Germany. It was cool, but it's a life experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So by the time I finally got home, the wife was just happy to see that I was whole.
She was vibrating.
Like my right knee was real messed up just from grinding across concrete on my knees, but it was worth it 100%. And then I took a lot of damage on my eye because when we first clenched up, he came in to bite my ear off, but he took his thumb and he was pretty well deep in my eye. So when the replay does come out, if you do get to listen to it, you'll hear I started letting out like a blood curdling yell, but it was more of, that was my transition from realizing that this is no rule street fight.
Like,
and I went primal. I did 100%. I wasn't fighting a fair fight. I wasn't at all. I was there to survive and come home whole.
Yeah.
You know what I
well,
mean?
because if you're there to try to fight a fair fight, you're going to lose.
You're probably going to lose.
Yeah, because they're going to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
So it was, like I said, adjustment right on the fly, though. You know what I mean? And looking back even at the replay, and hopefully everybody gets to see it when it is aired on YouTube. It should be relatively soon.
Right now, all we get to see is
highlights,
little flashes.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have something for you guys after we're done. Maybe. But yeah, so I mean, if they call again, I'll go back and do it again. If the situation presents and everything stars align, I'm in. I got how many more months until August of next year?
11?
Well, at least 9.
There we go. So I got 10, 11, or whatever, 9, 10 months.
They're going to call July. You're like, all right, here
we go.
One last one.
Yeah.
So you now that you found peace in your world, I'm seeing you work with a ton of different clients.
Kids.
Housewives.
A couple. No, honestly, I don't train women anymore.
There was a girl that you were working with a while back.
For a long time, a couple years. And she's doing really well with another trainer now. But it was just one of those, like a stagnation, right? If people get too a little complacent with certain trainers after a while. And it was just, I want that person to keep growing. And honestly, like even just me working with these people now, adults, I'm saying, like my only focus has ever been on the kids, as coming back.
Kids are way more valuable than any adult anymore.
Absolutely.
Adults are pretty much shit.
With how long I've been doing it now, that these kids were 8 and 9 years old, and now they're calling me after one of my gals just graduated a couple years ago from the Air Force Academy. She works for Space Force now and still calls me, "Hey, coach."
Yeah.
Those are the impacting stories that make me a winning coach. I don't care about fighting. I don't care about the fighters and what their records are. It's just beyond me at this point. But of course, with the resurgence of, the Dragon's back doing cool stuff, people want to come and train, so I'm willing to help.
Right.
I don't.
And it doesn't hurt. You put out a good product, people see it. They want that kind of return for themselves, and it would be a disservice to yourself to not capitalize on what you have available to do.
Absolutely. This is the
if you
gift
just
that
wanted
I have,
to be a TV repairman, it's a waste of a lot of talent and opportunity right now. And you just buy a new TV anyway.
Plus, it's a double-edged sword that's good for me. On one side, I get to teach and inspire. On the other side, I get to stay healthy, fit, and whole.
Well, in teaching, we talk about it all the time. I coached kids jiu-jitsu for a long time. My jiu-jitsu never grew in the same way that it did when I was coaching kids. Because your mind is always working, because they're going to ask that question that you don't know the answer to. They're going to ask the why when you're like, because your hand goes there.
Yeah.
You really have to know your stuff. So it keeps your mind sharp. And when you're coaching, especially kids, and you're like, wait a minute, this entry isn't right. Hold on a minute. Let me look at this. And you find, it's like coaching yourself.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Plus, I always say, I was never really a dynamic fighter. I wasn't doing flips and backspins and all kinds of crazy stuff that is cool. I was always attention to the detail and basics, because I always taught kids. I was teaching jiu-jitsu as a blue belt. So I was re-implementing what little bit I did know. So my attention to the basics is like, you can't beat me at them.
Yeah,
you know
basics.
what I mean?
Dude, I've
Continuously
won,
working with kids and the basics and how it all starts, and then that manifests into something else. I think that's, you know, because when we all know when things get bad in a fight, you got to
the 4 things you know or the 4 things you do.
That's important, man. I tell people all the time, the things that you learn now for new fighters, when you get into those fights and you don't know if you even want to be there, that's what's going to show.
Yeah. Well, it's the truth. Because
that'll never happen to me. Okay.
Because you said that, now it will twice.
When the shit completely hits the fan and you're not in control and you don't have time to think about doing that cool, flashy shit and you just have to let your body take over, it's the 4 things that you know. Those 4 things are what your body's going to go, okay, just
do that.
And you don't think, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, I'm back where I need to be.
That was probably the biggest thing going back into it all that I questioned. You know, you can train all you want, right? And have great rounds. You can have hard rounds. You can have easy rounds. You can be with the best coaches. I was just wanting to figure out, the thing I was most worried about was, am I still going to be able to pull the trigger?
Right.
Is the dragon going to come out when they say, are you ready? You ready? Let's go. You know, and
a couple eye pokes.
Did he take an extra second or 2 to come out? Absolutely. If I'm able to do this again, will that happen? No. I know I'll be spot on. You know, I should have started throwing a little sooner. I let it come to me and I ended up in the position I did. But then the dragon came out. You know what I mean? So I was just worried, like, what happens if I get in there and I'm just flat, you know, just not excited, and everybody has those nights.
A fight like that.
That's not the time, right? I was just like, please don't let this be the night.
You're like, please turn the video game back on.
But like I said, coming out smiling and saying, okay, you can still turn it on, old man. You still got this. You know what I mean?
I tell kids all, like, there's a couple guys that I've trained with and, you know, still goof around with. And they you know, they love to, like we all do, they call me the old man and, you know, and I'm like, listen, I may not be able to beat your ass every day of the week, but given the need to, I will whoop your ass. It may take me 3 days to recover, but it's going to take you 5. And I'm not going to do it again tomorrow.
Nope, absolutely.
You know, like I've got it in me one time. Like could I show up and do it all? No. God, no. No, I could not train every day like we used to train and go crazy. But given the absolute need.
Oh, I can get it in. Absolutely.
The switch is, I mean, once you have that switch, now it may not flick as fast as it used to.
Well, because now you got a choice. Like, man, do I want to do this? Hold on. It's like when you're playing with the light switch, your mom tells you stop. It's like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you never want to have to turn it on.
No.
But it's got to be fucking amazing to know that it's still there. It's still there.
Oh.
I help out with, I have since I was in my 20s doing security every once in a while. And I just got called for Oktoberfest a couple weeks ago downtown. And it's so realizations we figure out in life is how aggravated and how calm I was all at the same time watching drunk people. You know, number one, being sober doesn't really matter, but just being, you know, on duty while everybody else is being an absolute shit show.
And intentionally being shitheads.
I am such a better security guard or, you know, bouncer in my 40s than I was in my 20s. Oh, man, because I can deal with so much more bullshit and it's just like deflects right off me. And I just
telling people that what's kicking my ass going to do for you? Well, you can kick my ass. Cool. Keep moving.
Yeah. Or I just, you know, when I walk up, I'm the cooler, right? So I'm like, hey, man, you know, I'm the guy they call. Like, they literally pay me to fuck guys like you up.
Right.
Don't make me do my job
the 3
tonight,
guys
please. Like, let's
came
just
over
keep this
before
cool.
me.
Right. They were all here to talk you down.
They were the guys.
I'm here to put hands on you and get you out that door. And, you know, what is it? Oh, well, he said, well, I don't care what anybody said. They've called me. Now I'm here. So you're either going to walk out that door or I'm going to chuck you out that door.
I'm your problem or your escort.
But I can say it all in that tone, and my heart rate never even leaves where it was. But when I was a young guy, let's do it.
I've been waiting.
Not the right guy for that job. But I did it somehow and made it through. But
it's so much easier as an adult, like this side of adulthood, to just not be bothered.
Yeah.
Well, then you get to like my dad's age, and he's like you, very well armed and prepared at all times. My dad says, "I'll just fucking shoot you." He said, "I'm too old for all that shit now." He's in his 70s. He goes, "I do this, bang." and it's over. I still go to my car. Yeah, my dad's a proud gun-owning man in New Hampshire.
Well, I mean,
no, I'm going home.
The Second Amendment stops a lot of fights.
Absolutely, it's the equalizer every day.
I mean, I'm definitely very 2A, but I also believe that thing does not get touched unless you absolutely 100% intend on using it.
Yeah.
You said it perfectly earlier. I don't know if you do. I'm like, I can't, I'm a convicted felon, but I'm like, if you can get past these, you said it upstairs earlier perfectly. He's like, I'm capable, but that's the last line of defense.
Yeah.
So he's got 12 other lines that people don't know about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're the kind of guy that makes me very comfortable knowing that you're doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense?
I'm never here. Like, there's nothing more irritating to me than guys that lead with pistol.
Right.
Maybe not pulling it out, but like,
Showing.
if we're going to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, really? That's because that tells me, you are so insecure and you know that physically the things you're saying you can't defend.
Right.
So the only thing you have is, you're going to fight me? Then I'll just, really? Because you wanted to push this right there to that line.
And now you don't want to.
That know you can't step across that line because you can't. And so the only reason you said that is because you've got a heater.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've taken it from people.
Yeah.
I'll reach right in and take it right off your fucking waistband. I don't give a shit. I'm that crazy.
Well, and
I will 100% take it right from you. Show it to me. Now what? Now I got it.
And that's the thing.
Or if I can get my hand on you and that thing that quick, it's over. You don't have access to it now, and now you're in real big trouble. If
you can't defend yourself or manage yourself physically, it's going to sound shitty to say because, like, girls, yes. You hear Vinny? My wife carries, and my wife shoots better than I do. So if shit hits the fan, she's probably the one that got you.
Well said. Well said.
But if you can't manage your emotions, if you can't self-regulate your emotions, or if you can't physically back up the things that you're saying and doing, you shouldn't be allowed to even be near
100%.
a firearm.
100%.
Because if that's, and I see it, dude, I see it. I used to be a real life recovery agent here in Colorado for a long time. I have a lot of friends that are cops. I have a lot of friends that are cops that I've met their other cop friends and wondered how in the fuck.
Are you a cop?
Were you? Yeah.
Did your mom drink bleach? But
Awesome.
Oh god.
you see these guys, and I saw it with bounty hunters, fugitive recovery agents. They can't fight.
No.
So when I clear a house, I have a flashlight and I have my hands, and I'm going, I'm working through clearing a house. These guys, because they're so physically unable to do what they should be doing, they always have a weapon light on, and they use their weapon light to clear a house.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, there's only two ways this ends. One of them is a 6-year-old was hiding in her bedroom and jumped out and scared you. And the light you were using had a trigger.
Yep.
If you're that scared to clear, that's not the job for you.
Very well said.
And you see a lot of cops. You see them clear, and they're like looking under cars with their guns. I'm like,
most of those guys end up scared. They just want to do it because they think it's a cool thing to do. You know what I mean?
With my background, and this is in the last 20 years, people knowing, what my background was, and then fighting, I've had probably half a dozen cops approach me, Denver and Aurora, no names mentioned, that were a little bit overweight, a little bit out of shape, and literally, I give them mad credit for it. Pull me aside and like, hey man, I know you know the other side of this. Are you willing to work with me as an officer? Because, I got in a foot chase the other night, and I realized after 100 feet, If that guy
There was
turned
no
around
more
and wanted
chase.
to kill me,
Yeah.
he could have just taken everything I had.
I was already having a heart attack.
So even with my background, like I love my government, right?
Yeah.
I love law enforcement. So of course I want to help and make you feel better about yourself doing your job, not just for the physical aspect, but now less people potentially die.
Right.
Because if you're running and that guy turns around, you're going to shoot that guy if you don't have the physical ability to handle yourself.
We've talked about it a bunch. Law enforcement across the board should be required to train jiu-jitsu in one way or another 100%. Because you have to be able to control somebody at least long enough to get someone else there to help you.
Yeah.
I think more triggers get pulled because they can't
100%.
they can't maintain somebody.
Yep.
And they get scared, and what do? We talked about it probably a couple months ago. There was a while that when I was training at another gym up in Broomfield, that we had some Adams County, the Adams County guys would send recruits. Full gear with a blue gun, and their whole deal was you have to maintain your weapon.
That's tough.
Our whole deal was they were like, hey guys, take their guns.
Smartest training though. That's real life training.
A lot of those guys signed up because no matter how big they were, no matter what they thought they were, we took all of their
Everything.
guns.
Yep.
Yeah. If I can drag you down and take your weapon, that tells me that you are not getting the training or getting the skills that you need.
It's not even getting, it's seeking.
And what's going to happen is you're not going to allow me the opportunity to like figure things out because you're going to get scared and you're going to shoot.
That's exactly what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
I mean, most cops in the UK don't even get to carry guns.
no, just gotta fight.
Well, you know, my son's in the
think they could-
military.
yeah, for
and
sure.
he's all excited about, and I don't follow the politics or the news too much, but what is it? Hegseth?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just re-upped the physical standard for all of the military.
Oh, really?
He was like, he basically came out and was like, we're done.
This guy's in charge.
He said
Yeah.
everybody from generals to whatever has to tote that physical fitness line, or this ain't the job for you. My son doesn't talk much about the military because he's there and he's deployed right now doing some important stuff. He texted me and was like, oh man, it's on and cracking now. So when I texted him yesterday, I said, what are you up to today? He said, we're 8.25 miles in. He said, and Big Daddy Hegseth said, I can run these boys as long as I want. He's appreciating because what he sees is now as a leader of men, that he's in charge of people that can't tote that line with him, and he's worried about it. He's
Well-
like, if the guy to my right or left of me
Falls like
can't run that mile, let alone drag me where he's like, I'm 100% for what these people are saying. And granted, my son's my boy, so he's very, he walks,
He's
totes
go,
that
go.
line on his own, but good for him, I say. You know what I mean? Get out there, make
100%.
these people more physically fit, make them more capable, because that settles them down. Heart, mind, they're less.
Well, and that's the other thing about no matter what, and we talk about jiu-jitsu a lot on here, and it's not really that type of show all the time, but how much more relaxed and peaceful you are knowing that at the very least I can subdue you and let you calm down.
When you
We
guys
can lay here and you can figure your life out. You're not going to move,
right.
but you're also not going to die.
Did you guys, when you guys were learning or coming up training jujitsu, did your coach ever make you put the eye patches on?
No.
Like, the sleeping eye patches?
Yeah.
You guys remember Christian Allen?
Oh yeah.
Christian Allen. At high altitude, he used to have us do that. With everybody on your butts, right? You grab your partner. He'd have us put those on. He'd say, you don't need to see each other in jiu-jitsu. Just feel. And I tell you, to this day, it was a weird practice,
Oh,
right?
I definitely rolled.
I
eyes
fell in love
closed.
with it. And to this day, when I roll, if we don't have gloves on, I close my eyes the whole time I'm rolling. It's just a natural vibe that I go
I've
into
definitely
as soon as we
rolled eyes
touch,
closed
and
many
I
times.
roll constantly. My students will ask me, will you just look at me while you're rolling? And I said, I can't do it. I close my eyes constantly. So for me, it helped me to center my chi, right, and calm me. So anytime I'm in a bad situation, I close my eyes and it calms me. brings me right back to center line.
Be careful, because if they say fight, that's not the time.
To close
As
your
long
eyes.
as I've got my hands on you, I can close my eyes because I know where it's all coming from, right?
That's not the time. I'm gonna go ahead and give you this. Take every advantage you
yeah,
can,
you might as well.
and that would be including eyes open. I mean,
yeah, no. I'm half blind anyway. It's fine.
you don't need to go full blind. I think we've all seen the movie. Don't go full anything.
Oh,
okay?
absolutely. Absolutely. That's awesome.
Oh. All right. Well, I think we're gonna have to start wrapping. We're only about an hour and 45
That's
in.
it. Okay.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Yeah. Time
Yeah.
goes, time flies.
It happens when you can't see the clock and it's right there in front of me. I still
Yeah.
Yeah.
somewhere.
Somewhere. But yeah, no, it's time flies in here.
This is probably an hour and 45 minutes of about 8 hours we could probably do.
Yeah, for sure.
So, as things go and as things move, let's invite you back as just
For sure.
an open invitation guest. Come hang out. We can talk about just about anything. It doesn't always have to be, we want to talk about where you're at right now and
Yeah.
what you're doing and, the amazing kind of transformation you made over the last couple years, but even over the last 20 years,
Yeah.
No,
of
absolutely.
putting your life back together. And there's definitely that line in the sand where you could have either come out of jail or prison and said, I'm going to continue doing this and probably end up back in the system most of my life, or I can make a change. And, you're one of the few people that actually makes the change and makes a life worth, telling the story about.
I'll just say thank you to, like I said, to Shane Pitts, because
Yeah.
he called me in his office that day and I had all person tattoos. I had no professional tattoos like I do now. And I just told him, I said, you can obviously see where I've been. I said, but I can't go back to doing it that way, right? I said, and fighting's in me. I know it.
Yeah.
Will you please teach me the right way? And he told me that, just like every good coach would, he said, or any good coach would, he said, if I hear about you fighting in the streets, it's over for you. We'll never teach you again.
Yeah.
And that day changed my life. I dedicated my life to martial arts and to the spiritual journey of it and figuring all that out. And to this day, I can tell you it saved my life. It stopped me from going back to what I would have done or what I could have done or associating even with the same people, stuff like that. So I just say thank you to martial arts. And I've known you guys a long time. I don't even know how long I've known you, but it's been a really long time I've been seeing you around and you. So I just want to say thank you
guys
guys.
were probably like in middle school when I was in college together, right?
He really does. He tries to put himself up there a little bit,
He
right?
tries. Yeah, he tries.
Yeah, I know. It's not going to happen though.
52, bro.
There, you're fine.
Games. I know. He'd be okay.
Almost 53.
Almost.
Well, I will say then, you look extremely good for 53. I will say that. Yeah.
You haven't seen me naked.
What are you talking about? That's what I'm standing on right now. As long as I can still look good naked, I'm okay. But no, thank you guys very much though, and I do appreciate it.
No, it's fucking it's awesome. I love when I get to have my friends in and tell a really good story about, it's one thing to have your friends in and be like, well, and they never did anything.
But to have friends that do stuff.
Yeah, when you have friends that you can go and overcame this and put his life back together here and reemerged and has even created a better version of himself now than even 7 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just I will just say to everybody that's watching or listening, if you're a young guy and you're struggling, reach out to us.
Yeah.
Reach out to these guys, ask questions, because I promise you, whatever you're feeling, you're not the only person that's feeling it. We have either all been there or we're currently going through it. Yeah.
We're probably there.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm a very approachable person, as much as I probably don't look that way, but I just encourage any men out there, if you have questions, ask, and we're always here to help build other men up, strong men, kids in the community.
And that's probably one of the biggest things is everyone thinks that everyone else has their life together.
Yeah.
And that, I can't tell them what I'm going through because look, they're dude, trust me. We're all just as fucked up.
Yep.
And we fall short probably 10 times more than you would ever imagine. But we've also bumped our heads into a lot of dumb shit.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you just reach out to a friend, I have friends that I've trained with for a long time that I don't see them twice a year, but I probably talk to them several, and they're like, "Hey, dude, I'm going through it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where?" And I'm like, "Dude, same. Let's break it down."
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll both figure something out here.
Yeah.
But I think how you're approaching it and putting yourself out there, and you as well, as just approach it. I don't have all the answers, but fuck, we'll figure it out together, right? Let's go, because I get smarter from it. I learn something. We're helping you out, or so. I think that's just the most important thing, because as we all know, regardless of politics, the world is a really weird, crazy place right now.
Oh, really?
And I think the more we can all come together and help each other out, it's like we need to bring back pre-COVID, when people used to like get together and hang out and talk and
Dinner parties.
share real experience instead of
Go have chicken wings.
stuck on social media.
Yeah.
We did it on Saturday. We had everybody together for BKFC at the.
Nice.
We popped open my garage, streamed it to the TV, and we broke open the grill. About 10 people showed up, and it was like, man, we haven't seen this since pre-COVID. Somebody said it, and I was like, exactly. That's why we just need to invite people more and make it a culture thing again.
It's a crazy world, and it's easy to be completely divided on social media, because you can live this weird life there. And I'm very guilty of lighting sticks of dynamite and throwing them into social media, and then just kind of allowing it to happen. But 90% of those people that I disagree with, or that want to really have a disagreement with me, if I sit across from them at the table, we're not that far apart.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
We're not that far apart. And there's no, you don't hate your neighbor. You don't hate your neighbor. You've learned through social media that it's in vogue right now to be that hard line, this or that. But I guarantee if you sit down across from your neighbor, you're going to find way more things that you agree upon than things that you don't.
Yep.
And the things that you don't agree upon
Probably don't matter.
aren't that important.
Yeah.
Like,
Probably don't matter.
Let me tell you a story real quick. So my neighbor, just because we're talking about neighbors, right? My little old neighbor, in the first 5 minutes I met her, she told me she was a liberal from California, which is probably like the furthest, most opposite thing you could be from me. And
so she's just like me?
I can't stand the lady. She's extremely loud, little barky dog, right?
Yeah.
All the normal things of a little old
Everything that
lady
makes
would
you not
have,
wanna
right?
deal with.
Exactly. But I was talking to my wife about it the other day, and I said, "Man, that lady drives me insane." Right? Just on a personal note, she said, "But if something happened, would you help her?" And I said, "I'd jump off this deck to help that old lady.
Absolutely.
Second story, I'd be gone."
That's exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't have to agree.
It doesn't
with you.
matter to me, right? I'm still going
I
to help
don't
you
have to
because it's
agree
the
with you.
right thing
Your
to
politics don't have to line with mine. Your beliefs don't have to line with mine. I don't care.
do. If you need me, I'm there.
Unless you're hurting women or children,
100%.
I'm with you, dude. I got you.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll help you out of it and then tell you I think you're a fucking moron,
Idiot.
and then go on about my life. But you're not going to be in it alone. Like in that shitty spot, there's going to be someone that goes, "I got you, dude. Come here.
Absolutely. Get me out of here.
Yeah.
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 And then, whatever. But
Yeah. Whatever.
we're not that far apart, people.
No, exactly.
We really aren't. Most people want to love someone regardless of how that love happens. They want to be comfortable in their home. They want to know that they can afford to eat tomorrow. And they want other people that would show up for them if they were in need.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't care what side. That's what if you have those things, if you can find that with people, the rest of it does. The rest of it is just people that have all the power and all the money telling us that we need to fight with each other.
Yeah.
And it's not that important.
We really don't
it's
even
really
need to
not
fight.
that fucking important.
Nope.
In the grand scheme, it doesn't change a damn thing.
No. Because if the shit hit the fan, I guarantee 60% of my cul-de-sac does not have the same belief system. You know where I live.
Right, exactly.
People definitely don't. But I guarantee they would all move their way up the cul-de-sac to me and go, "What do we do?
Where are we going?" Yep.
And I'm not like, "Oh, remember you said
No. Right.
you're out. You've got to stand over there. You no. Okay, you two, all right.
Yeah.
But not your damn kid. He's too."
Well, in working with kids,
Yeah.
you see a lot of those parents. How many times do you want to say, "You know what the problem is here, right?" I'm looking right at it, but you can't say that. You have to help fix this kid and how that evolves over time.
Yep.
Dude, it's so crazy. Is these people that are so against everything that we believe and want to do are bringing their kids to us to train them to do the things that they're completely against.
Think of this, Mike. Gosh. When I was fresh out of prison, just started fighting, right, and started running the kids program when the anti-bullying bully happened. When that all happened, people were pulling up in their cars in front of my gym and dropping their kids off. And I told my father one time, I said, "What a crazy concept, right?" I said, "I'm literally a convicted felon, savage from almost killing somebody." And these people are excited to drop their kids.
They're honking and waving. Beep, beep.
There's Jason the Dragon Lee. There he is. And I'm like, what a crazy concept. But that's so cool to me, right? That I get to be the face of this different thing.
Yeah.
And get to change how people looked at our sport.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We don't sacrifice babies and kill chickens or something late at night. We help the kids. I eat chicken, but you know what I mean. But when it comes to like helping the kids, it's really hands down, like you said, don't hurt the kids, don't hurt the ladies. Everything else I'm okay with. I can see past it, man. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't give a shit.
For sure. So
how does this thing go? I want my gay and lesbian friends to be able to protect their marijuana with an AR.
hey.
That's
getting every absolute option.
That's it. That's all. I want everyone to be there. You know?
Yeah.
I don't care. Just don't hurt women and kids. Yeah. And I'll figure dude, I've been in worse places with better people. We can be fine.
Absolutely.
All right. So we're gonna wrap up this episode.
Yep.
Now, if you were a member, you could stick around and hear us answer 3,000 questions about me
right now.
And you could also watch this completely unedited because there are some things that are probably going to get bleeped and moved and changed because K Miller tries to protect myself from myself.
Yep. So
click that join button.
Right. $1.99 a month, right?
Yep. You could be a member. You could have watched this recorded live,
unedited.
You could have heard whatever the hell we were talking about before this started because that probably was not made for TV.
No, but.
And you could hear these questions that they're about to ask, but you can't right now because you're not a member yet. So, bye.
Bye.